Hey everybody, big welcome back on this blustery ass day. Actually you can see there that it's about 45 km/h gusts. So I figured, hey, let's go see how the Mini does. And I don't mean just how the Mini handles, or the Mini 2 rather, how it handles in the wind. We know it can handle in the wind. I'm more curious about if it can maintain position in the wind. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try all three different modes and let go of the sticks, kind of see what happens. And we will actually do a pretty cool perspective on this, which is looking down, down at the pole. So first we're going to do a little circle around here, and I'll tell you that to indicate the wind and why I chose this location is that flag is huge. That flag is probably about as long as a transport truck trailer. Um, this is like for that to blow around in the wind takes a good force of wind. So anyway, that gives you an idea of what we were dealing with there. Also, it's kind of a cool backdrop to look around and stuff. And if I'll say my confidence in the drone definitely went up today based on this flight. But I will remind people to always be careful if you're out flying in the wind like this, and pay attention to which way the wind is blowing and all that. So I would not have flown out over the lake today with the wind blowing this direction, because if something happened, my fear would be that the return to home could not handle it. As I have a video on my channel where my Mavic Pro blew away, and luckily, barely, I managed to save it and landed on a beach. But anyhow, so here you can see I'm just letting it hover here, and this is in normal mode, and it actually stays there pretty rock solid. You can see the flag pole is actually blowing around a little bit, and on the top right you can see that I am not even touching the sticks. I've let go, and it is holding there just fine. So it's almost a shame that I've ruined this nice video with these little mini screens. And there we go, we finally got a wind warning on there, and I was actually really surprised that it took that long, because normally this thing, like if a bird farts on the way by, the wind warning comes up. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Which brings up the point, while we're sitting here watching this, I will say that Mother Nature hates drones. I've concluded that fact. No matter what, if you get a new drone, she'll make sure it is plenty windy and rainy, or whatever, to try to prevent you from flying. But I got an old saying, which is that when life gives you lemons, go and drink some Mike's Hard Lemonade and go fly anyway. So that's exactly what we did. And here we go. We're going to look down at the ball. And when I was up there, actually looking down, uh, I got to tell you, I'm so tempted to try to land on that ball one day when we have no wind. Um, that may or may not be in our future. I'm just not sure if it will actually stay there. Oh, okay. So anyways, just so you know, that was not me pulling back on the sticks. That was the wind hovering it back. Um, and you'll see that, and it returned itself to its original location. So I just wanted to point that out, and I believe it might even do it once more. And oh, there we go. So now I put it to sport mode, and we were going to see what happens in sport mode with it. And spoiler, it's going to hold nicely. But the real question is, what will happen in cine mode, or cinematic mode, or limp mode? You might want to call it. I don't know. Call it whatever you want. But tell me you guys wouldn't have been tempted to land on that ball. I was trying to figure out how big that is. My guess is it's probably about the size of a basketball. So if I practice by landing on a basketball, I think that would be a pretty reasonable practice point. But anyway, so in sport mode, it seems like it is holding quite well, and my figuring on that, why I was trying the different modes, is that I know that the drone can be more aggressive in sport versus like normal or cinematic. So I didn't know if that translates into its hovering ability. And I'm going to tell you right now, based on this, I'm going to say yes, it absolutely does impact the hovering ability. Because as you can see, boom, out of sport mode, what happens? We start drifting away again. And so that answers that. Um, which the next thing I would like to try, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the exact same though, would be doing a return to home in cinematic and seeing if it could fight the wind, and then if not, switching it to sport. But that could be a dangerous endeavor. I don't know. We might try it. We might give it a go. You guys give me enough likes on the stick there on the like button there, then yeah, maybe we'll give that a try one of these days, and then we'll land on the Paul. But still in cine mode, I gotta say, no matter what mode, I think this thing did an amazing job. And now I'm actually obviously taking over, doing some flying around. And I didn't want to get too risky with the ball. I wanted to get down there and really have a look at it. Once again, I forget that it has the zoom button, and I should have looked at that so we could get a good close up and try to see if a landing was possible. I would never land on this today. I'm going to be honest with you though. Yeah, that looks like a pee hole on the top. I don't like to bring that up. I'm sorry, guys, but first of all, I'm rude. Second of all, I'm an idiot. Third of all, I say it like it is, and that looked like the tip. Anyway, um, yeah, I like this flag. Anytime I drive by it, um, and I'll give it to Walmart. I'll tell you something, like kudos to them, because this flag probably gets ripped apart like half a dozen times a year or something, and they just keep on replacing it. I bet you it's not a cheap flag either at that size. Um, anyway, oh, I didn't even notice all those Canadian geese there. By the way, I had a good line of sight for this entire flight. I was sitting in the truck there, and you could actually really clearly see the drone, and went really well. And now I'm also going to apologize for the drawings all over the picture, or the screen on the top right. That was when I realized that I could draw in my screen recorder, so it is what it is. They're gone. Just ignore that. And wanted to check out some pandemic shopping at Walmart. Some of our neighboring communities are in lockdown, so most of their stores are closed. We are not. We are fully open, which is a good thing. Get some shopping done. You know, got to get your supplies. So, anyway, we're going to come on in for the landing. Hopefully, other people can see that this drone. I never really attempted like this on the original Mavic Mini, but hopefully people can see that this one handles the wind pretty well. And I got to tell you, it definitely gave me some confidence for flying. So you'll definitely see more videos out of me. Click that sub button. See you next time.